What's up, psychos, and welcome back to the final day of 30 days of book recs. Before we get into our last book, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who's been here since day one. This has been such a wild ride. I've absolutely loved doing this for you guys, and I plan to continue. So this has been like such a great month. I've loved meeting you all. I've loved interacting with every single one of you. Thank you so much for all of the comments and the support. You guys are amazing. So today, to wrap this up, I'm actually going to talk about one of my most recent reads, and that is The House of Rain by Harley laroux. Now, if you've been here for a while, you've already seen my book rec video for The Loser's Duet by Harley. If you've watched that, I think it's pretty clear that I absolutely adore her freaking writing. I think she can do no wrong. And The House of Rain was no different. I was looking forward to this book the second I saw her announce it on her Instagram, and it did not disappoint. This is a Gothic Sapphic romance. I believe it also is genred as a Gothic suspense queer romance, and let me tell you, the suspense was suspensing. For an author, you'd think I would know what real words are. Anyways, this book was incredible. Atmospheric, first of all. I literally felt like I was there. The book is set on an island that's very mountainous, very rugged. There's lots of forests and woods, and it was giving the Appalachian Mountains for me in some way, just like the way it was written, and like, don't follow disembodied voices in the woods kind of a vibe. You know what I mean? Like, it was very scary, very good for spooky season. And there was many times where I was reading this book where my husband was sleeping next to me, and I had my like little reading light on, and I was like, oh my God, I'm actually kind of freaking scared right now. Like, this is scary. This is what I want horror to be. Sometimes I'm in the mood for horror and I'll read a horror book and it'll all be like gore, like slasher horror, but this is always more what I'm looking for, like ghost stories and creepy things in the woods that you can't explain, and it's just banana. So this book follows Rain and Salem. Salem was left at the altar, and she is just biking across the country to try and clear her mind and kind of just equilibrize a little bit after something tragic happened to her. And she ends up at this bar where she runs into Rain, and Rain is there just looking for a quick one-night stand on the mainland. She lives in a big old manor on this island where the rest of the book is set. And they have like a quick hookup in the bathroom, enjoy their night together at this bar. Then they part ways with the understanding that that was just a one-night stand. The next day, Salem is going to her reservation at a bed and breakfast on this island. Well, who owns the bed and breakfast? Turns out she's staying at the House of Rain. So you have that kind of moment of like, oh my God, where Salem walks in and realizes that her one-night stand is the owner of the bed and breakfast that she's staying in. While Salem is staying here, weird things start happening. She's in the bathroom at one point, and what could only be described as a freaking ghost interrupts her bath time, and she screams, and Rain like runs in to save her. And Rain knows that this house is very haunted. She knows that there's like some mess crap going on the island, but the people on the island don't normally tell outsiders. And the reason for that, the island tends to trap people there. So it's almost for like the outsiders' protection. They don't want them to get too involved with the mystery of the island in case the island claims them as well too, and then they can't leave either. One thing leads to another, and of course Salem ends up missing the last ferry off of the island before the winter, and she ends up having to stay. And I don't want to talk too much about what happens on the island because it is bananas. Like, the action in this book, that I was flipping pages. I started this book, look, she's a nice thick chunky girl, and I started her on a Monday night and I finished her on a Wednesday morning. Like, I read this book cover to cover. Freaking fast paced. Just, I can't say enough good things about this book. I really, really, really enjoyed it. One thing I have seen people say is they felt that the romance was very like insta love, and I can understand where that is coming from, in the sense that I think on page time together, I think this couple had only known each other for like 3 weeks, maybe a month max, and they were like, I would die for you, Riley, you know, by the end. But what I will say is trauma bonds are a thing that exists, and like, I'm telling you, if you were trapped on an island happened with somebody that you were attracted to and you both went through the level of trauma that these women went through, I can tell you right now, y'all would trauma bond together. Like, who else are you ever going to be able to connect with about those crazy supernatural things outside of the person that you went through that experience with, right? So personally, I didn't find their quote unquote insta-love piece unbelievable based off of how the story was set up and written. It made sense to me and it felt like a natural progression from my perspective, but whatever. Reading is subjective. Everybody has their own opinions, but that's just mine. And yeah, I really, really freaking enjoyed this book. I also absolutely loved both of the FMCs. Salem is so adorable. Like, there's this one scene where she just like strolls into the kitchen in a full like fox onesie, like complete with ears and a tail, and she's sitting on the counter just kind of swinging her legs talking to Rain, and I'm like, Salem, you're so freaking cute. But then she's so brave and is out there in the woods saving Rain's ass when she needs to by like hucking things. Oh, I almost spoiled something again. But anyways, freaking loved Salem. And then Rain is kind of our more, you know, brooding. She's like rough on the outside but soft on the inside, and she's kind of brooding and grumpy. And there's this line where I think she got a job at a coffee shop and it lasted for like 10 minutes because a customer was rude to her and she threw a bagel at her. They were both so endearing and very relatable and lovable characters. Also, there's a dog named Loki in it, and I loved this book. I 110% think you should read it. But anyway, that is where I am leaving off today. And again, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for coming on this 30-day book rec journey with me. For recommendations today, I think I have decided I'm probably going to do 30 days of romance specifically next. I have most of the books picked that I think I'm going to talk about, but if there's any books specifically that you want me to talk about in the next series, please drop them below, and if I haven't read them, I will add them to my list and I will try to get to them so that I can make a video for you guys. But just let me know, and at the time of filming this, hopefully I've been able to finish the content for the next series and I will still be seeing you tomorrow. But regardless, if there's a bit of a wait, please stick with me. I love you all so freaking much. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you, and again, can't thank you enough. Stay weird. Thank you for watching today's episode of 30 Days of Book Recs. I will catch you in the next video. In the meantime, if you did want to support me by checking out any of my books that I've written, here's my backlist. I've got a wide range in here from a contemporary surf romance to some pitch black paranormal dark romances. Take your pick. All of my books are available on KU if you want to check them out. I also have videos detailing the content of each book if you want to check them out on my channel. But I totally understand if that's just not in the cards right now. You might be going like, Alex, in this freaking economy? Yeah, right. So if you don't have the means to financially support me by reading the books, that is obviously totally okay too. I am just glad that you are here. So any interaction that you can give me on this video goes a long way. So if you want to like, comment, or subscribe, really anything is appreciated. Just smash all of those buttons. Okay, thank you. I love you. I'll see you in the next video.